This morning on Studio 10, we are talking with Georgia Institute of Technology graduate and former IBM employee, Jeff Foxworthy. Jeff, welcome to Studio 10.
Well, you're making it sound better. I actually went to tech for 3 years before they asked me to take some time off. And I carried a tool bag for IBM. I fixed machines, and they would have fired me long before now. So.
Well, you know, I actually wanted to bring that up. I thought it was a pretty funny intro, and I wanted to bring it up because real briefly, before we get to your new game show on GSN Network, I wanted you to tell the folks who don't know how you got started in comedy, because you were working at IBM at the time.
I was, and I was the guy that was always doing impersonations of the boss in the break room and getting caught. And a bunch of guys I worked with used to go to the local comedy club, and they would come back every week going, "Fox, you're funnier than these people." And they actually entered me in a competition for working comedians, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. And I went down there and I won the competition, and I knew right then it was like, this is what I want to do. I quit my job. My parents thought I had lost my mind. My mother's like, "Are you on the dope? What is wrong with you?" And 5 years later, I was on Johnny Carson. So, you know, it worked.
Yeah, you know what? I think that worked out in a big way. Multiple comedy tours, movies, TV shows, and now the second season of the game show on GSN, the American Bible Challenge. Tell the folks all about it.
Yeah, you know what? It was one of those things we hoped before the first season it would work. We had no idea. It's the highest rated thing in the history of the network.
Wow.
And it's just fun. I mean, and I said from the beginning, okay, if I do this, we're going to have fun, because I think sometimes people of faith forget that that's okay. But I believe, personally, God breathed those attributes into us, and joy is one of them. And so the cool thing about it, unlike any game show you've ever seen, nobody keeps the money that they win. They turn around and they give it to somebody in their community and love on them. And so it's not just head knowledge, it's heart knowledge. And, you know, faith that's just talked about gets boring pretty quick, but when you can see somebody doing something with it, then it gets interesting. And so we're really diverse this season. We've got wrestlers, we've got nuns, we've got cowboys, we've got street rappers. I mean, it's just all across the board. We added Kurt Franklin has joined our choir, and so I told him, I said, I love those old songs. You got to do Stomp at least once before the season's over. We added some games in there, and so, you know, kind of almost like a minute to win it thing, where you give you the books of the Bible and you got to put them in the right order fastest. And we're having fun with it, and we're still giving money away to people that are out there doing really cool stuff within their communities.
Yeah, real briefly, tell us one of those stories about someone on the show who this show has made a difference in their life.
Well, you know, we had, first season, we had 3 ladies from Plano, Texas, and they ran this, they were in a low-income community, so they ran this food pantry, I mean, out of their own pocket, and they won one of the episodes, and they won $20,000. So when we went to commercial break, I looked at her and I said, "So what does 20 grand mean to you?" And all of a sudden, her eyes just welled up with tears, and she said, "That's 80,000 meals for my community." And then I'm like, oh, wow, this is bigger than just a game show. This is really affecting somebody's life. And so that's cool. That's way cool.
Yeah, it's always great when you can do something and feel like you are making a difference and see that difference in the people that you're working with. So that's a great aspect of this. Now, Jeff, you're working on a few other things as well. Tell us about this movie, Cracker Jack, and you also have a new show in the works.
Yeah, I helped one of the guys that goes to my church wrote this movie, Cracker Jack, and it's kind of about fatherhood, and so I tried to help him with that and went and did the voiceover for that. Right now, currently, I'm filming a new show for CBS. It will be on this summer, called the American Baking Competition. It's amateur bakers. It's people that are firemen and teachers and all, and they just love to bake stuff, and we bring them together in a competition. It's a lot of fun. It's the #1 show in the UK right now, and so this will be the American version of that. And you know, I still do stand-up. I love doing stand-up, and I've been really lucky to get to do it for as long as I've done it. So life's good. Life's really good.
Well, you know what, though, Jeff? If it doesn't work out, you could probably always go back to IBM.
Yeah, right. Well, my mother wants me to go back and get that final year at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
She's like, you only need 1 year and you would have something to fall back on. And I'm like, this other thing's going all right now, Mom.
Well, all right, Jeff. Thank you so much for stopping by Studio 10 and telling us about the new show on GSN Network, the American Bible Challenge. Appreciate it, Jeff.
Thursday nights, 8 o'clock your time. Thanks, Joe.